An album a day is my exploration into the Korean music scene. This podcast will cover mainstream, indie, and some underground artists within the scene and provide both factual and opinionated commentary. The biggest benefit to sharing my thoughts this way is that it will hopefully expose you to more great music and exploration of your own. 10 years ago, the group came back, and thus far they've been keeping a track of coming every single year with at least one album. So in 2009, they released Golden Age, which yet again is something that I had difficulty finding in its entirety. Had to do a lot of jumping around to listen almost out of order. How did it turn out? I'll tell you one thing, the cover of this album is really attractive, and there is an unboxing video that someone did on YouTube. Might want to check that out too. Let's get into the music, and one random fact that has nothing to do with anything, but I want to share it anyway right after the drop.
You're tuned into an album a day. Show start.
Hey y'all, I know we're talking about 8. I'm stuttering, not because I'm tired, not because I'm confused. I was looking at a photo of somebody I adore. So, okay. Ehyun is not new to me. I knew nothing about him being a part of this group until I started doing this podcast. But what I did know was that he is a member, or was, depending upon how you want to look at it, of Home. And that is something that's taken us all the way back to the days of 2 a.m. Y'all remember, if you've been riding with the show since the very first season, when I was losing my entire spirit over Changmin. So we're getting close to the actual time that they become a duo. In fact, that is closer than ever, but we're not talking about them. We ain't on the H's. We ain't even close. So we will be revisiting Ehyun. And I know that's like not necessarily tied into this, but I was just scrolling through his discography and I saw the cover of of Lord have mercy, I can't even talk. I Was Able to Eat, which is known as a straightforward song full of masculinity. You bet your bottom it is. If you could see the veininess, the visceralness of Changmin's wrist and hand in this, okay, let's get up out of there. We doing the most. Let's he fine, touch his face. Let's get on back to talking about 8 right after this message. How would you like to sit in on a live recording of some of your favorite K-pop podcasts like Taebak City, Not Your Average Fangirls, The Shiny Print, a Black Shawa podcast, The Craze Cast, and of course me, Multifacetedacg presents An Album a Day? Well, you can do so on Saturday, July 18th, 2020 for hashtag KPSN Podcast Fest. For the entire day, some of your favorite shows will participate in live interviews, recordings, and games with listeners like you. Tickets are only $5 and available at macgproductions.eventbrite.com. That's macgproductions.eventbrite.com. All right, Quiet as Kept is a moody album. It really is, but it's moody in the ways that I like. I can't handle waxing poetic ballads. We've established that long before. But this is the right balance of I'm in my feels, my heart is broken, woe is me, aka stereotypical feelings that you get from Korean pop music. And it still balances out to having that hip-hop-esque R&B vibe that really, really works. They definitely had a vibe that stayed consistent from start to this point. So giving you just a little bit of some information about this album, we have an appearance in a video by Sohee of Wonder Girls. She's in the video for Without a Heart, which is a phenomenal song. The production quality of it, I felt like if they would go back, if Big Hit would go back, or whoever has the rights to the original would go back and just remaster it, it will blow people's socks off. It's so well put together. It's such a beautiful song too. But let's give you some of the information that's actually on the Big Hit website. So here we go. Sexy. Quote. Like the group's first and second albums, Lyricist and composer Bang Shi-hyuk of Like Being Hit by a Bullet produced 8's third album, upgrading its music with maturity and luxuriousness. The title song of the third album, Without a Heart, is well known as the song that producer Park Jin-young listened to for 24 hours. He also asked if Sohee of Wonder Girls, whom he much cares about, could make an appearance in the music video. All this show, wait, hold up, in the quote, all this show, that's not my fault. Let's clap it up. If we could just clap it up for a second. If we could just give me a pat on the back that an actual issue in articulation, reading, and conveying what I'm saying was not my fault. There's a grammatical error. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for letting me not be the reason for a change, because y'all know my track record. Every show, there's a problem. Okay, let's get back to it. All this to show how highly he thinks of the song Without a Heart. Not only did he and many others inside give 10 out of 10 to this song, which again testifies its excellence, as much Without a Heart demonstrates 8's maturity over the group's unique, exciting beat while maintaining the sensibility of a sad song. End quote. Sensibility of a sad song is most definitely words that will come out of Korean entertainment mouths. Sensibility of sadness? That seems like the most quintessential Korean entertainment sentence I've read concerning them, period. I love the fact that the little bio about this album says that they were coming back with a mature and luxurious sound, and it is extremely that. Everybody sounds very, very comfortable in their pocket. The rap is doing what the rap is gonna do. I don't really know how else to explain it. Like, there's a little bit of a nuance with the rapper and the singer, where when you have a moment for Ehyun to sing with that super husky voice of his, there's not a full articulation on some of the notes. Now, we know that as articulation of actual consonants and vowels, and here in Western music, when we make jokes about that, we're referring to Ariana Grande or Chloe and Haley. On occasion, you'll get the note and it'll trail off at the end, not necessarily off key, but not fully on either. And if the word is golden, you'll get golden. You won't get golden. You won't get the N articulated whatsoever. But I think that's more of a stylistic choice and not a reflection of inconsistencies with performance. That there's none of that whatsoever. The title tag, there we go. And Ashley Griffin's back. That's great. So Without a Heart, like they said, is the title track. It's phenomenal. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed You Said You Loved Me, which is like a little mopey, but it worked. And then they close it with a track called Freedom. I think the only thing about this album that just kind of made me make a face after struggling to find everything is the fact that the mixing and mastering of it, the actual balancing of the sounds and whatnot, and the sound quality was a little limiting. It really was. Not to say that they aren't good songs, but they would be even better now, 10 years later, with the new technology available to enhance the quality of the sounds. I also think this is the start of them becoming more uniformed in their presentation. In fact, it really, really presents itself as such. With the first album, they really were embracing the urbanized, I'm out here with a crop top on, you got on a striped shirt and a jacket and a beanie. This next album, crop top again, a lot of exposure for our girl member, and the guys just looked really colorful, real colorful. And then they come back with this album and they're in the black and white, and it's just clean, it's crisp, it looked grown. It's a whole new vibe. And the album that follows this, they continue on with that black and white. They get a bit of a uniform going on. Not just uniformity in presentation and sound, but uniform in terms of the color quality that you're seeing them in. Yes, they still accent themselves in their attire, but it's a different vibe. And it really, really comes out in this album. So let's get to this ranking. Yes, K-pop fans, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being essential listening and 1 not worth mentioning, the A3Day ranking of this album is a 5. It has been a long time since we've had a group that has had consecutive 5s. I'm really pleased with this. Even though there is the complaint about the refinement of the production, it doesn't take away from the fact that this album was really good from start to finish. I hope by the time we get to 2010, 2011, that we're able to put some of their music on a playlist. I really want you to be able to experience what I can find when you access the show's playlist. But we'll get at an attempt during the next episode, because the next episode brings us closer to recent days. So I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Your favorite foreign Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z.
There's sponsored ads and social media hashtags, but this show is truly supported by the efforts of my McGualas, the most amazing fan base a little entertainer could ever have. Special shout out to my Patreon patrons, the student body, and the scholars, who keep my vision of becoming your favorite Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z a real thing. If you're interested in supporting the growth of this podcast and supporting content, please visit patreon.com/multifacetedacg. And for as little as $1 a month, you can get in on the magic too. Interested in continuing your support at the free $99 price? I love you for it. You can still engage with the show when you retweet, repost, and share the show and use hashtag A3 and the word DAY. You can also tag MULTIFACETEDACG to get my attention. And if you're listening to this podcast on a platform other than Anchor.fm, please leave a few stars or a review to keep things growing in the right direction.